Good day. We are here to discuss our research entitled Content Analysis of Junior High School Life Science Investigatory Projects in the Division of Cavite Province, Basis for Technical Assistance. I am Elain Malones. Together with me is Mr. Ryan C. Cutamora and Dr. Riza D. Soberano. Republic Act 2067, also known as the Science Act of 1958, promotes and fosters science research as an effective instrument to intensify science and technology, research and development for national progress. The law is promoted by the incumbent administration through advancing science and technology and innovation in the country as stated in the Philippine Development Plan 2017-2020. The sixth-year development plan supports science, research and development, productivity, and innovation to accelerate technology adoption and stimulate innovation at all sectors as foundation of globally competitive knowledge economy. Over the years, there is still limited literature with regards to the content analysis of researches, specifically in the schools division of Cavite. A thorough content analysis on the existing pool of researches is perceived to help pinpoint the specific concerns that needs greater technical assistance for improvements. Such improvement in the conduct of scientific research within the Division of Cavite will strengthen not only the science research instruction in the province, but will also pave way to produce scientifically literate students towards the continuous progress and development of the country. During several Division Festival of Talents, or the DFOT in science, it was noticed that several write-ups lack congruency when it comes to research problem methods and data analysis. Moreover, several investigatory projects reflect research designs that lack ethical considerations and even proper technical writing mechanics. The main purpose of the study is to ascertain the strengths and weaknesses of science investigatory projects within the province of Cavite through a systematic content analysis. Specifically, this research seeks to answer the following questions. Number 1, what is the percentage of the submitted research papers which satisfied the INTEL ISEF guidelines in terms of the following? Research title, research abstract, introduction, review of related literature, materials and methods, results and discussions, summary, conclusion, and recommendation, literature cited or bibliography, research ethics, and research forms. For the next question, what are the common errors of the submitted research papers in terms of the following? Research title, research abstract, introduction, review of related literature, materials and methods, results and discussions, summary, conclusions, and recommendations, literature cited or bibliography, research ethics, and research forms. The focus of the evaluation is to determine the strengths and weaknesses of the researches based on the guidelines stipulated in the INTEL ISEF rules. The said SIPs were the submitted entries for the SIP competition Life Science category during the 2019 Division Festival of Talents in Science in the Division of Cavite Province. In this study, only the manuscript from the junior high school, both for individual and team categories, were evaluated. The strengths and weaknesses of the researches were determined using a validated research-made tool that determines whether or not the research satisfies those prescribed in the INTEL ISEF guidelines. Content analysis of the research paper using the tool focus only on whether the researches satisfied the guidelines for each research paper component. The extent of how the research satisfied these guidelines is not part of this study. For our methodology, upon securing approval from the Education Program Supervisor in Science and the Schools Division's Research Committee, the SIPs subjected for evaluation were all the investigatory projects submitted as entries during the 2019 Division Festival of Talents in Science, Life Science category, Junior High School. The said SIPs include entries for both in the individual and team category. For our data collection, the research instrument utilized is a researcher-made checklist adapted from the 2019 INTEL ISEF guidelines. The checklist is composed of 50 yes or no questions arranged accordingly to the different parts of the research paper that includes the following: research title, research abstract, introduction, review of related literature, materials and methods, results and discussions, summary, conclusion and recommendations, literature cited or bibliography, research ethics, and forms. A comment or remark section is included for all the questions in case of elaboration of evaluation. The instrument was validated by science curriculum expert composed of the education program supervisor in science, key administrators, department heads, master teachers, and science research advisors in the Division of Cavite. For our data analysis, a research paper is considered to have satisfied the INTEL ISEF guidelines for a specific research component if all the questions for that category were marked as yes. A single no answer meant that the paper did not satisfy the INTEL ISEF guidelines. The percentage of research papers that satisfied in the INTEL ISEF guidelines were acquired through frequency counts. Common errors in the research investigatory projects were also determined using frequency counts. Consolidation of data and frequency counts were done using Microsoft Office Excel. For our results, Table 1 shows that 78.95% of the submitted SIP complied with INTEL ISEF guidelines in writing the background of the study and research ethics. This is followed by significance of the study, 73.68%, statement of the problem, 63.16%, and materials and methods, 42.11%. For the percentage of non-compliance, Table 2 shows the review of related literature and literature cited or references had the most number of non-compliance, which is 100%, followed by scope and limitation and research forms, 94.74%, and writing the research title, 89.47%, respectively. The submitted research papers which satisfies INTEL ISEF guidelines in terms of percentage satisfaction, Table 3 shows that none of all the SIPs was fully compliant, meaning did not completely satisfy INTEL ISEF guidelines. Based from the result of the study, the extent of the compliance of each part of the paper was not fully explored. Therefore, the researchers suggested a more in-depth analysis of the quality of the compliance in writing the different research papers with the INTEL ISEF guidelines be investigated in the future. The current study is a pioneering one in the Division of Cavite. Empirical results of the study could be used as a basis for providing technical assistance, clinicking, and capacity building for both the SIP students and coaches in the Division of Cavite.